Hi, welcome to my tutorial making a grayscale dashboard in Tableau. I am Jahid Rajan. In this tutorial, I will show you how to prepare a grayscale dashboard. I'll guide you through all the steps. But first, let's discuss why a grayscale dashboard is interesting in the first place. A lot of dashboards fail to make the intended impact because of the overuse of color. People tend to use color too generously, thinking that it's free. However, color can create a lot of destruction. A grayscale dashboard, on the other hand, is very minimalistic. It can help you to enhance the focus on the data. It can help the users to have enhanced readability and clarity. If you use color to highlight the important aspects, it can help you to get the message across. So you can basically make the color coding to emphasize the message that you want to convey. In this dashboard, we will use the Tableau Superstore data. We have some user requirements. We assume that our users are interested in the following metrics for the latest year. These are total revenue, total sold quantity, and total profit. They also want to see the trend of the metrics over time. They want to compare the last year performance against the prior year. They want to see the total sales per category and the percentage of sales for each category. So percentage contribution in the total. They want to see the total sales per subcategory and which subcategories have lower sales compared to the prior year. And in the data, we have the states. You will see as we make the dashboard. And we want to see, or our stakeholders are interested to see, in which states we have negative profit. So in which states we are losing money. Additionally, our users want to explore the data using region, segment, and shipping mode. So these are good candidates for filter. And they want us to write some instruction text so that they can remember how the calculations are made. So now we have gathered all the requirements. This is how the dashboard looks like. We have all the KPIs and the trends, the filters. We can see the category, the total sales, and the percentage contribution. These are in blue lines are indicated to show the prior year sales. Same for the subcategory. We have used the red color to show in which subcategory we have the sales lower in the latest year compared to the prior year. Here we have used the red color to show which states are losing money. For this tutorial, I have taken inspiration from Andy Kribel. Here is the inspiration I took, and this is Andy's public profile in Tableau. You can also follow his tutorials and his public profile for some inspiration. So now that we have all the requirements and we have seen what we want to prepare, so let's start on preparing our dashboard. Let's connect with our data source. I'm clicking the button connect to data. I know my data is Excel file. This is the data. Okay, so it's imported. And now I'm going to work with the order data. I'm dragging and dropping it here. Okay. So from here, as usual, you can see the type of data. This one is a number. This is just the row ID, indicates the row number. Order ID, this is a string. Order date is a calendar. Shipping date is a calendar. So from here, you can see different data types, like country is a geographical data, segment is a string, and so on. We also have some numbers indicated by the hash sign. Quantity, discount, profit, these are numbers. In this case, we don't have to do any cleaning, but in most projects, you have to do some cleaning, such as changing the data type, or how would you deal with the null or outlets, etc. But in this case, we know that our data is clean, so we are ready to start. So I'm just moving to the first page, and I will create our 3 KPI pages. So let's take a look at our dashboard again to see what kind of calculation do we need to prepare. We see here we have some total number For each of these metrics, to show the total, we will need to calculate the last year total. To show the percentage difference, we also need to calculate the prior year total, and then we subtract the prior year from the last year and divide it by the prior year total. And to show these trends, we need to find a total. These calculations we will prepare using level of detail calculation. I will show you how to do that. And for these ones, we will not use level of details. So for each of this card, basically we need to prepare 4 calculated fields. So let's prepare 3 cards, one for sales, one for quantity, and one for profit, showing the trend over time for the latest year. To do that, we need to prepare 1 calculated field for each. So let's start with sales trend last year. Sales trend latest year. So I need to sum the total sales for the latest year, and then I need to show the trend over time. So let's sum it up. So if the year of the order date is the last year, which is the max year as well, because last year is going to be the max year. So I'm going to calculate the max year order date, then give me the sales. So if the year is the max year, then give me the sales. And now this will give me an error. Let's read the error. It says cannot mix aggregate and non-aggregated arguments. So what I'm trying to do here, I'm calculating the year using the max function and comparing the year with the max year. So this is doing the calculation and comparison at the same time. The problem is max is an aggregated function, and when I'm trying to use the max function with the year, this is doing the calculation and use of the aggregation function at the same time. So to avoid the error, I first need to make this one calculation first. So to do that, I'm using 2 curly braces. So what has happened here, now the calculation has using the aggregated function has been done, and the max year has been generated, and then I'm doing the comparison. So using the curly braces, I can get rid of this error. Now it shows the calculation is valid. So I have the sales trend for the latest year. I can make use of this calculated field to compute the quantity trend. Instead of sales, I just need the quantity. Do the same for profit. So let's just edit the calculated field. I need the profit. So I have the sales trend, quantity trend, and profit trend for the last year. So let's just plot them. Let's bring the order date here and bring the sales trend last year and drill down, bring it to the month level. We don't need the year and the quarter. Let's get rid of it. So this is basically the sales. I'm getting rid of this one, and let's rename it to sales. Okay, so I have the sales trend for the latest year. Let's format it a little bit, make it enter view, and let's make the month number numeric. So I'm going to format and make the date numeric, and I want to show the last value as per this dashboard. So let's drag and drop the sales trend to the label, and let's just show the most recent. Okay, So I have the most recent value and I'm going to format it. I'm going to make it currency and make it 1000. So I now have the latest value. So let's get rid of all these axis lines and the y-axis. So I just say don't show header, and I don't need the order date. I'm hiding the field level and I'm going to format it. So I'm going to click here on the lines. I don't need these 0 lines, and I don't need the axis grid lines, and I'm going to also unselect the axis sticks, axis rulers. I don't need the 0 line here as well, and I don't need any vertical line here. So this was the axis rulers here, the y-axis. So now I have the sales. Let's do the same for profit. Instead of sales, I just bring the profit trend, and let's get rid of the sales here and drag and drop the profit. This is also a currency. Let's bring the currency here, convert it to 1000, and let's get rid of the y-axis. So now I have the profit. Let's use it for quantity. Let's bring the quantity trend. So let's get rid of the header. I have the sales, profit, and the quantity. Now I also have the total value on the top. Let's try to put this total using the total sales trend we have calculated, and I will show you what's the problem and why we need a different calculation. So let's just insert the total sales trend and let's bring it to the middle. Okay, so we see here the sales and the total value. So I have the sales here, and on top here I do not have the total value. Why not? This is because it gives me the minimum of 20.30 and the maximum, which is 118. It gives me the mean and max range. So using this sales trend, we cannot show the total. In order to show the total for the latest year, I need to do an aggregation on a year level. So next up, we will calculate the total card, total values here, and we will calculate the prior year, difference compared to the prior year